guys, I wanted to do a quick tour of my C7 GrandSport Katech with a Z06 manual transmission. So I think I'm the only GrandSport with a Z06 transmission. I think I'm the first one to do the swap. I've done it myself. So the car has a Katech stage 2 engine, so heads, cam, springs, VVT lock, MSD intake manifold, long tube header, American racing header with an X pipe. Crap, I opened the boot as well. So it runs E85 as well. I have a DSC flex fuel, DSC tuning flex fuel kit, so I can run every mix I want. I'm running E40 or E50 right now. I have an AFE air intake, and so the car makes 555 wheel horsepower, 488 wheel torque. Max power all the way to 7,000 RPM. Pretty good engine. Seems lacking a little bit of torque between 3,500 to 4,000. There is like a small dip in the power curve. It's not big, but it's my main gripe. Otherwise, it works really good. So these are my road wheels, but I have racing wheels in 18-inch, running Hoosier A7s. I just bought LG GT2 coilovers and sway bar kit with G7 sway bar kit. So it's not there yet, but I'm gonna install that soon. Right now the car has a DSC controller. You can hear there is the shop of the cam engine. So yeah, so the primary feature, the new feature for this year is I put a Z06 gearbox. So the first 3 gears are longer, but the spacing is way better. 4th is the same as before. 5, 6 are shorter than before. So it's in my opinion a lot better. I can stay in the power band all the time. I don't have like crazy drops, RPM drops like before between each gear change, so it's a lot better. And the longer first gear in fact is way more manageable than before, because before the car was struggling for traction anyway. So this longer first gear is better. And in fact the second gear, which was way too short before, is now the perfect length. And all the shifts, yeah, I never drop below 5,100 RPM. And 3rd to 4th is like 5,600 RPM. So right in the power band, it's way better. And in fact, the car drives better as well. So a Sparco Evo QRT bucket seat, and I have an MGW short through shifter as well, but I kept the stock lever. I may go to a white one in fact, because I saw someone who has one and it looks good. I forgot to mention that all the tuning is done by me. So you can see I have an AEM wideband probe right now. I hardwired it. I need to find a better place for it, but here it doesn't bother me too much. So bucket seats are way better. Also that OEM seats, I just had the GT seats or the space seats, so the support was not great. daily driving, it's better. You spend less time shifting, and when you shift, the gearbox is also faster. I don't know exactly why, but the gearbox selection is faster than the Z51 You see, when I shift third to fourth, there's not a lot of RPM change. So when I do Auto X, autocross, I can stay in first in my local place because it's pretty tight parking lot, so I don't go over like 65, so I can stay in first. And when I drive in the mountains, I can stay in second. I can alternate between one and second. Like some fast driving, but I can't really do that here. I'm close to my house. But yeah, honestly, for people racing on road course, they're GrandSport, and if they have some mods, if they are making 500 plus horsepower, I definitely would recommend to do this gearbox swap if they can. If you do it yourself like I did, the cost it's expensive, but it's not too bad. I bought mine for 2,800 bucks. It was brand new almost. It had like 5,000 miles. So I had the choice for one for like 200 bucks less, but it had 10,000 miles more. So I figured out, you know, brand new gearbox, 5,000 miles for 200 bucks more. Better take the less mileage one. Track mode is okay, but stealth is way more relaxing if you do a longer drive. I even just sport, because sport, the valves are closed when you have a light throttle application. At 2 it opens at 3,000 RPM or 3,500 RPM, I think. Say, yeah, with the Z06 gearbox you only have like 2 or 3 gears usable. Yes, on the street for sure, but it was basically the same with this 51 gearbox, because the second was too short, so you were doing third, fourth, and this one you do perhaps second in some corners. On this one you do 1, 2, 3, you know, it's the same, it's just one gear lower, and when I change gear the RPM drop is less, so it's 100% better.